Today, we talk about ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
Dun-dun-dun, it's a dinner show. Dun-dun-dun, hey!
It's written right there. Air Max 97. Specifically off-white, but I wanted to talk about this in the context of... Yo, Kyle! Yo, Kyle's here. So, dude. So anyway, we're here to talk about off-white Air Max 97 in the context of the OG. Now, obviously, this is a retro, not the actual OG from 97. This bottom would look way more disgusting. As I revealed in my previous video where we unboxed all the other off-whites in my collection, which you can watch that video here. This, with obviously the interesting box, the inside-out design, and then of course the sneakers with the extra laces, which...
All the school children are lining up to put them in the sack lunches.
I'm not gonna lie, this, the standard shoelaces, which, I just love the pop of green with the written shoelaces, the air design. Not a lot of people talk about the little orange tab with the little hint of accented green stitching. It's more of a turquoise, I guess. And then, of course, the side viewing Nike. But the biggest thing for me and what sold me on this shoe, boom, the big ass swoosh. Now that's nice. And then obviously the hang tag, but I'll be honest with you, I think of all the models of the Off-White 10 collection, I think this is the one where I would take the hang tag off. I just love the minimalistic white, black pop. But
you're a good cop, Sanchez.
Some of the things I want to talk about. So you get these extra couple laces. The black, I could see it being fun, especially around Halloween. Get it? Get it? Get it? Am I right? And then, of course, the white with more of a ropey consistency, which, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a super fan of these, let alone the fact that it would take extra effort to switch them out, but they do look nice. I mean, I can see them making the shoe pop a little bit, give you a little bit extra texture. But yeah, to me, honestly, the hallmark of the shoe and what sold me on this as far as making sure I got one piece of the ghosting pack as opposed to the revealing pack with the Presto and the Jordan and the other ones. This was the standout model to me, and actually this is probably the sleeper model of the entire 10. The Presto gets a lot of love, the Jordan 1 gets a lot of love. This doesn't get a ton of love, but it should. And I'm glad I got it. So again, I want to concentrate mostly on that big swoosh. I think that's what really sold it for me. But let's take a step back and look at what inspired Virgil to go after that design. And it all starts with the original design by Christian Tresser, way back from sketches he had done in '96. Now, this OG colorway, commonly referred to as the Silver Bullet, but interesting enough, this was not designed based on Japanese speed trains, bullet trains or whatever. This was actually designed in reference to the metallic finish that Christian saw on mountain bikes. And he loved that metallic look on it, and that's what he tried to replicate with this shoe. So as you can see, the nice metallic paint, it's a lovely, lovely color. And then of course the wavy baby, not based on silver bullet trains, actually designed based on raindrops. So he loved the impact of the ripple pattern raindrops made from puddles, and hence the design with the shoe. So all in all, so far so good as far as design cues. Now the other thing, first time Nike had full length visible zoom.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. On
a shoe ever. The Air Max line, this was, peak Air Max time back in the 90s. Obviously in '87 with the original Air Max, evolving into the Air Max 90 and just never turning back from there. And then boom, you get the full length visible air on this model. A lot of people's favorite models. To be honest with you, wasn't my favorite model when I first saw it. And the thing that I really didn't like about it was the tiny swoosh. I don't know, it's nice, it makes sense in the context of the whole Air Max line and where it had been going at the time with bigger and bigger air bubbles and very prominent swooshes. But then to kind of throw everyone for a loop with that tiny swoosh, it worked for the time, but when I came across the shoe, just in the past couple of years, there was just one thing I didn't like, but given my respect for the originals, obviously I went ahead and got it. Very comfortable shoe. A very stylish shoe. But yeah, that was just my one qualm ever with the shoe, was that tiny swoosh. But I do understand. Then enter, boom. Whoops. That big swoosh is what I'd been wanting to see on the shoe from the minute I saw it. Now you get that full length visible air, that monochromatic white creaminess, and then bop! Hit him with the bop, hit him with that big swoosh. And honestly, that's what sold it to me the minute I saw this. I was like, gotta have it, copped, we out. And here we are. If I were to make a suggestion to Nike, it would be this. The off-white aesthetic is a hit or miss for some. It's a love-hate type thing, which I totally understand. This is not for everybody. But if you really want to make some cheddar, what I would suggest you do is remove everything that's part of Virgil's touches to this, with one exception. Keep the big swoosh. Bust out a ton of colorways, monochromatic fashion with the big swoosh. And you got a real winner here. I mean, if you walked into a store and you saw this without, the air, some people don't like this. I love it just based on the context of what I know about Virgil and his, design ethos, which if you haven't seen that video, I did an entire dedicated video to Virgil's entire history and influences leading up to this off-white phenomenon that we've experienced this year. So if you want to check that out, boop, boop. But with that said, totally understand that that's not everyone's cup of tea. So, what I would suggest, Nike, is you get rid of everything Virgil has done, keep the big swoosh, and you got yourself a winner.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
This literally looks like it was designed for 2017, even though it's a 1997 model, with simply keeping that big swoosh and getting rid of a lot of the other design elements that kind of made this typical of the 97. You could literally fool people into thinking this model just came out. So that would be my suggestion.
The Nike slogan doesn't say, just try it. Oh, okay. Just try it. No, just do it, man.
Other level of harassment, really.
Again, I'll keep the laces as is. I just love the simplistic white look with the little green tips. And then you get the little arrow and bar pattern, which Virgil has made part of his design logo, which I just noticed, if you look at the outsole, you can kind of fool around and pretend that those are actually the arrow cross pattern that Virgil puts into his clothing now on the outsole of the shoe. So, and then of course, a little hit of orange on the bottom as well. Pop! I really wish I understood why Virgil gravitates to these orange cues on all of his shoes here. I really want to know the story behind it. So if anyone has any hints as to that, please let me know. But otherwise, fantastic shoe. Can't wait to wear this. Thanks again, Virgil. And we'll see you on the next one. We out.